Hello and welcome to round 4. It is the Malaysian Grand Prix. Lando Norris won round 2, obviously, and leads the championship into this session. It's qualifying for the Malaysian Grand Prix. And we're currently looking at Harry Bottas, waiting for some drivers to leave. Nico Hulkenberg, who won round 2 against Saudi Arabia, many people probably think he could actually potentially win this championship, potentially fight for it, despite a disappointing last race where I think he was last of the finishers last race because he got taken out, had several punctures and finished like 50 seconds behind. Audi looked very strong into this season though. Nico Hulkenberg is the first one to start his lap time. We all know how last race on this track in season 2 went. I think it was round 4 season 2 this was. That was round 3 as well. That was one of the most exciting races I ever we've had in this fantasy universe. Because of course we saw a lot of crashes, and we actually got to see a lot of them, and we saw so much battling. Russell get a puncture at the end of the lap at one point. I'm pretty sure it was Antonelli. It was one of the Mercedes, and yeah, it was just absolutely thrilling to watch that. I remember that one. What will the benchmark lap time be? It'll be set for Nico Hulkenberg. He crosses the line. We're on board with him here. Nico Hulkenberg sets the benchmark lap time for 1 minute 18. Leclerc will be the next one. No, they're not technically. The next one we're going to watch is Bottas goes 2/10 below Hulkenberg. And Hulkenberg is 5/10 off. Charles Leclerc done is ahead of Hulkenberg as well. Piastri across the line. Piastri is behind Charles Leclerc. As we look at Lewis Hamilton, meant to be looking at Hamilton, there he is. Hamilton goes 2/10 ahead of his teammate. That is crucial, as Pierce, he's next across the line. Can Pierce do anything? No, what Hayes? Pierce goes 10th ahead of Hulkenberg. Hayes is 12th. Going to watch Bortoleto, who's behind. Yeah, he's stuck behind Perez. He'll be on a very slow lap, but Bortoleto here, he'll put his lap time. Verstappen goes fast in sector 3 and goes up to P2. Bortoleto, yeah, you have to try to improve the lap. Coming up, it's Hadjar. Where does he put his car? He goes P9, as Antonelli only goes P13 of his teammate Russell in P8, but Fernando Alonso goes P20. This section track's incredible. I like it. It's so fast. It's just so daring for the drivers to take. Hulkenberg, there he is. He's going to be the one, the first one to finish his second lap. His final lap, he will have to try to improve for Audi, who are leading the Constructors' Championship, and they're down in P16 and P23. Bortoleto will be the next one. Bortoleto has not got any traffic this time. That is good. Bortoleto's not got any traffic. That is crucial for this session. As who is Perez holding up? I think it's that Red Bull Verstappen. No, it's a Red Bull Hadjar. Okay, Verstappen's fine. That'll be crucial because Verstappen is in chance of a pole position naturally. As they head back to Nico Hulkenberg in P16, as I said he's going to get ready to round the final corner. Hulkenberg rounds the final corner. There he is. Hulkenberg failed to finish the race last season. I'm pretty sure. Where did he start for this race? Does he improve in P16? No, he does not actually. As we head back to Oscar Piastri, who rounds the final corner. Hulkenberg is still 16th. Dunn goes P2. Oscar Piastri, puts it P2 ahead of Dunn. And it's Russell. No, Antonelli. Sorry, but I can't see Antonelli. Antonelli's there. Antonelli. Is that him starting his lap? Antonelli's starting his lap, I think. As Russell P8. As we head to Charles Leclerc, who's finished, and Charles Leclerc stays P5. Hamilton rounds the final corner to improve his lap time. Where can Hamilton put that car? Then we hit the Bortoleto after that. Hamilton, does he improve his lap time? I'm not sure. Bortoleto, I'm confused. It says he's not on the lap time anymore. Bortoleto, he said he wasn't on the flying lap, but Bortoleto goes P2. Bortoleto is on the front row. He is in the front row with Hamilton, but is behind Hamilton. Piastri, the whole timing sheet's gone funny. Piastri, is he on a flying lap? I don't think he is. The timing sheet has gone funny, and I can't find who's on the flying lap and who's not on the flying lap. Russell, he crosses the line. He stays P9. Antonelli, is he the next one on the flying lap? Yes, he is. But it doesn't say he's on the flying lap, but it doesn't say he's on the flying lap, but on the script map he's flashing. When he's flashing, it means he's on a flying lap. So I'm assuming he's on a flying lap. So the timing screen has gone funny there. Is he in the flying lap? He's coming to pits there. No, he's not. This is confusing. Okay, so there he is. He is on the flying lap. Where's Antonelli go then? P14, he stays P14. Stroll and Albon next, and they're not on the flying lap. No, so they're over. So that is it. Yeah, Hamilton's on pole. After confusion in the qualifying, Hamilton's on pole position with Gabriel Bortoleto in the second. Once again, third Oscar Piastri, fourth Alex Starr, qualifying his teammate again, fifth Max Verstappen, sixth Charles Leclerc, disappointing start for the season 3 campaign. Lando seventh, eighth Esteban Ocon, ninth George Russell, 10th Isaac Hadjar. Only Behrman's 11th, followed by Pierre Gasly, and then Carlos Sainz. Behind them, Kimi Antonelli and Sebastian Vettel for Porsche and Joshua Pierce, 16th, 17th, Nico Hülkenberg and Alvarado, 18th Hayes, 19th Giovinazzi, 20th is Fernando Alonso, Alex Albon's 21st and 22nd is Valtteri Bottas, and 23rd is Lance Stroll, and 24th is Sergio Perez. Right, here we are. Here we are, it's 5 red lights. 5 red lights now, here revs. It's a long time waiting there, but Lewis Hamilton seems to have gone away from Gabriel Bortoleto there. No, he has not. Bortoleto's still on the inside into turn 1. We see Bortoleto challenging Hamilton for the lead. For turn 1, Hamilton has to give up. Bortoleto takes the lead of the race as Piastri and Leclerc seem to be Ocon side by side. It seems like they've all gone through there cleanly for once. That's not often we see that on this track. Them getting for turn 1 and 2 cleanly. Bortoleto leads by over a second. It's absolutely carnage in the midfield here. We're watching them here as watching Gasly and Antonelli, but no, we're not back up to Leclerc and Hamilton. Hamilton, who's on medium tyres, so he will be a bit slower off the start. It's the exact opposite as last race, where we saw Hamilton start second and get ahead of Bortoleto at turn 1. Well, this time it's Bortoleto second and get ahead of Hamilton at turn 1. We see Verstappen and Piastri and Norris seem to be having a bit of a scrap there. Norris switch around Verstappen. Norris ahead of Verstappen. Or is he? Sergio Perez got a yellow flag causing a collision, and they're both off Fernando Alonso and Sergio Perez, but they're still in this race. Verstappen is still fighting Lando Norris as we head down to the final corner on the back straight. Here we go, Lando Norris and Max Verstappen side by side. No. But Carlos Sainz and George Russell are side by side, and so is Ollie Behrman getting involved. Ollie Behrman squeezed out there as he loses both places to Russell and Sainz, and he drops outside the top 10 as Carlos Sainz and Russell still fighting into turn 1 now. As we see them head for turn 1, a bit of contact potentially there. Russell, is he still looking on the inside? No. Behrman, Hülkenberg's off. Hülkenberg is off and out. Alonso, is on the side and there's fire there. And Albon's out. Hülkenberg and Albon are out. And a safety car deployed on lap 2. Tell you what, that was a good first lap of racing there. Leclerc and Dunn are pitting, so soft tyres seem to not last that far. And I wonder what that means with Bortoleto, who's not pitting. And he's going to be stuck behind a safety car, so he can't really pit now, otherwise he'd drop down. So Leclerc is gone for hard tyres. Dunn is gone for hard tyres. Who else is pitted? Norris is pitted for medium tyres. Vettel, Pierce, and Giovinazzi, they've all pitted. Vettel's gone for soft tyres. Giovinazzi, he is going for, I don't know, but Pierce is going for hard tyres. Giovinazzi is going for soft tyres. And here's Sergio Perez. What's Sergio Perez going for? Sergio Perez is going for, well, he's getting rid of the fasting penalty first. And now he's going for medium tyres. What does this mean for Gabriel Bortoleto and all the other soft runners? Because they pit now, they're dropping down. And down. Bortoleto is not pitting. As Hamilton's pitting. No, Hamilton's pitting. Ferrari have once again probably messed up the strategy for Hamilton. They do it all the time. It's getting a bit annoying for Lewis Hamilton, I reckon. He's going to drop down to the back of the pack, basically. And so is Piastri's pitting. So McLaren was messed up, and so is Verstappen. Unless they thought of an absolute genius strategy that no one's thought of. But I doubt that's the case, because why would you do it? They are going to exit ahead of Perez, but that's a very questionable strategy. Will the safety car come in this lap? I think it will. On lap 4 out of 14. The question is, what do these guys do in the strategy in these soft tires? Because the whole top 5 are very old soft tires, 4 laps old. They can maybe go 1 or 2 laps, but I don't know what we see here. So here we go, getting ready to go green flag. Safety car is ending. Bortoletto leads from Ocon, from Verstappen, from Sainz, from Russell. Bortoletto, there he goes. He goes now, it looks like, as we go green flag once again. They all go to the middle of the track, except some guys at the back who go very slowly at the back there. This is carnage at the back. Gasly comes into the pits as we look at Leclerc and Behrman going side by side into turn 2. There looks like there's a bit of contact there, but no, there was not, so that's fine. As we see there, Bottas and Stroll side by side. This is carnage here. Look at that. Giovinazzi is overtaking Pierce. Is absolute chaos at the back of the pack here. Lewis Hamilton's going to try to avoid it all, breaking on the straight just to avoid some cars there. As he lets Alonso just cruise by him. There's a virtual safety car deployed due to Sainz and Verstappen are out. We were caught up watching that chaos battle at the back, and now Sainz and Verstappen take each other out, and that is absolutely crucial as Russell and Leclerc are side by side during the virtual safety car. Not anymore basically, but I don't know where to look and watch and stuff, because we can't watch replays unless I watch the accident happen and edit a replay in. But yeah, it's just carnage. We missed that one because I thought something had happened back here. But no, it happened at the front where I did not expect it to happen because I thought they were all separating a little bit. Russell and Behrman now going side by side. Behrman on the inside of Russell. Behrman on the outside of Russell now. For his long right-hander into a tight right-handers. Looks like they're going very slow. The driver seems to have tried to avoid contact a lot more now as by braking, as Norris goes to the outside of Hayes. Norris and Hayes side by side down. Let's back straight now. Norris and Hayes into the final corner. Side by side, Norris ahead of Hayes. As Bortoletto pits. Where will he exit? We're going to watch him in a second. As we're looking at Pierce and Piastri and Hadjar. Leclerc leads the race. Bortoletto, watching him now. Where's he exiting? No, we're not watching him. We're going back to watching. I can't find them now. There they are. Oh, Hadjar's caught off Piastri penalty causing the collision. We caught the tail end of that. There was a bit of contact there, but nothing else actually really happened. Leclerc leads the race. It's Bortoletto exits down the P14. So that changes this race up a lot. As Hamilton, he is down in P16 as Giovinazzi gets a 5-second penalty for causing the collision. I think it's a bit of contact and they've given a penalty for that. It's interesting. As we continue this race going as done, and is battling for P3 at the moment with Kimi Antonelli. I think it's technically net P2 though. As we'll look further down the field once again, just looking for some battle or something going on. Alonso, Hamilton maybe, no. Russell, Stroll, that he's miles back, so definitely not him. But there's one here, Antonelli and Dunn still fighting now into this final corner. Antonelli on the inside of Dunn. Dunn on the outside, I think it's Dunn going for the overtake technically, but Antonelli is going for the repass. No, he's not. Oh, I thought Norris was going to rear end him there. He doesn't rear end him, but got very close. But now he's going side by side. Bortoletto's got a 5-second penalty. Bortoletto is off the track. Bortoletto, Hamilton gets involved. That's a very unfair penalty for Hamilton. It's a very, very unfair penalty for Hamilton. I wouldn't blame him for that one. That was unsafe rejoin from, I think it was Hayes. But now that's two drivers technically fighting for the championship. Who've got 5-second penalties, and their Pierce has also got 5-second penalties. Penalties all over the place, and there's contact there. Bortoletto's in the wall, and Hamilton and Bortoletto take each other out. Both Aldis are out of this race. Hamilton and Bortoletto take each other out. Leclerc's got such a healthy lead at the top here. Leclerc, who's had such a disappointing season start, is now finally looking like he's going to get a good amount of points. Bortoletto take himself out, and Hamilton got involved in that one, and Hamilton still got the unfair penalty. Naturally, I still stand by that as a very unfair penalty. Once again, he's been screwed over. This game just hates Lewis Hamilton, don't they? So we're now watching Bottas, who's yet to pit. Is he the only driver yet to pit? Yes, he is. As Gasly's now got a 5-second penalty, a yellow flag in sector 2. as Gasly and was that I couldn't see how it was. Was Antonelli off? It was Russell. It was Russell who was off the track. He nearly caused another collision there with Giovinazzi with an unsafe rejoin. We're going to see green flag now. There goes Piastri. He's yet to finish in the points this season, I think. Or at least he's yet to score a good amount of points. He's now trying to get past Esteban Ocon for P8. Oh, this is a big pack of cars here battling, as a lot of them come into the pit stop. And that includes Norris, Vettel, Pierce, Bottas coming to the pits. But this is carnage into turn 1 now again. Hamilton looking on the inside of Esteban Ocon. No, he's going to settle back behind him. Where is he going? Look back for the outside there. Behrman's now got a 5-second penalty. Why is that? I can't see where Behrman is. Is that for like a bit of contact with Gasly again? This game is very harsh on penalties for some reason today. As we head, looking at Isaac Hadjar, who's on 3rd place right now with a mighty fast Esteban Ocon, who scored a podium in round 1. As now we look at Hamilton and Piastri going side by side. That cars look the exact same from the back angle. They're not, because it's two different teams, but they look the exact same as Gasly, who and Behrman once again fighting, as Antonelli is going to look back on the inside or something. Gasly here's Hamilton is going to be overtaken by Ollie Behrman. Ollie Behrman is on fresh hard tyres, is going straight past Hamilton. Ferrari really messed up the strategy for Hamilton. They've got it right for Leclerc though, as he's leading by a margin. I think it's well over 20 seconds. Gasly though looking now on the inside of Charles Leclerc. Pierre Gasly, is he ahead of Charles Leclerc? Pierre Gasly, maybe he's not ahead of Charles Leclerc, because now he's got Antonelli, not Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, sorry. Oh, the gap's only 17 seconds to top. As we see Esteban Ocon once again looking on the inside of Isaac Hadjar. This must be a cruise pass for Esteban Ocon. Or not, lots of contact. Oh, he's been squeezed to the grass. Now, if we've seen a bunch of unfair penalties, we reckon's unfair penalties. If there's one fair penalty to be given out this race, I think that's one of them. Unless that's what we've been seeing this whole entire race and we've been missing them. But that should be a penalty for Isaac Hadjar once again. And as we just say, yeah, I don't know. It's so many penalties, I lose track of what's going on and stuff. Looking at Esteban Ocon, he's once again trying to get past Isaac Hadjar because he's now got his really fast teammate of Ollie Behrman behind him. As Dylan's actually gaining a bit of time on. There he goes. Was that Hadjar going very slowly? Hadjar's going very slowly. Yes, he is. It was a virtual safety car deployed now because Hadjar's out. Hadjar is out of this race. Hadjar is out. And was that mechanical failure? I didn't know if you get mechanical failures in this game. Wow. Okay. Hadjar is out of this race, and both Red Bulls are now out as well. Another disappointing season for Red Bull. Race for Red Bull. As Leclerc takes advantage of his virtual safety car and comes into the pit. VSC is ended now. We go back to this pack in the field here. Lewis Hamilton has got old hard tyres compared to the guys behind him. So this is part of Lewis coming into the pits this lap or something. We'll maybe hoping for safety car or virtual safety cars. We see Piastri and Ocon side by side now for P4s. Behrman's gotten away here, which is good for his penalty and stuff. As Dunn comes into the pits. Dunn's into the pits. Gasly and Piastri are still side by side. Behrman not gone away. I thought he got away there. He wasn't away. He's still right there with Esteban Ocon. I thought it was away, that's my bad. Here's Stroll and Pierce and Perez fighting. Perez has got a 5-second penalty. I'm sorry. What? There was no contact there. Gasly's now got a 5-second penalty. I bet there was no contact with him as well. There was no yellow flag. There was no nothing. Nobody was squeezing the grass. What is this game up to today? Well, I'm certainly not adding any of these penalties to the penalty point thing on the. Now they go wide. Looks like there's now got a bit of battle of Gasly and Antonelli here. This is something we have to watch, as Gasly and Antonelli still side by side. Gasly hard braking on the inside there. Naturally, that wasn't going to work, as Alonso and Hayes side by side. Alonso and Hayes, that was close to contact. Hayes on the inside of Gasly. Hayes and Alonso both past Gasly. Gas has gone very wrong from Gasly very quickly, as Norris trying to get past. Dunn is trying to get past Gasly and Norris at the same time. Dunn is on the outside of Gasly. He's ahead of Gasly, and now we've got Norris, who's also side by side. Gasly's fallen down the pack very quickly here, as Stroll looks to be getting involved in this one as Stroll gets past Norris. And Stroll is ahead of both of Gasly and Norris. And Norris has also dropped down over there. What happened to Norris there? He just dropped right down. As Ocon and Giovinazzi and Hayes are in the pits, and so is Lando Norris. And so is Pierre Gasly. There's Piastri and Perez fighting. Piastri, who is now on the outside of Perez here, side by side. You gotta be extra careful, I think, these guys. Yeah, I think no wonder they're all braking in mid straight before the corner, the exit of corners and stuff, because they don't want accidental contact. For some reason, they're just getting penalties for that. So, yeah, I can imagine that. I understand why Piastri has been extra careful to get past Perez there, as he's now ahead of him. He's got to get past Pierre, so I reckon quite easy because of the tyre difference and the car difference. As we head now looking at Charles Leclerc, who's another fast lap as done. Antonelli side by side. It looks like we head now down into the fast left, right. Here it is, done on the outside. He's going to have to try to hang around the outside. No, he's not. He's back right off there at the end of this start finish back straight. Piastri, I think he lifted off mid straight once again. Unless it was the battery dying. Oh, there's Stroll slamming on the brakes. Behrman is coming to the pits. Perez has got another 5-second penalty. I think it was contact with Hamilton. I can imagine it was a very unfair 5-second penalty, I'm not going to lie. But we've seen unfair penalties all around today, so there's no favouritism to the drivers, it looks like. So I guess if everybody's getting unfair penalties. Ocon's got a 5-second penalty causing a collision, and this time it has actually resulted in a collision with Vettel off the track. So that maybe the first one, actual fair penalty or something, I guess, what to say. And Antonelli's still ahead of Dunn here, but Dunn is struggling to get past Antonelli for P2. As Behrman, by the way, he exited on the P13. I don't think he's finishing in the points at all, as Hamilton now also gets a 5-second penalty. What is this game doing with penalties? Because half the time they get penalties, I go look at them and there's nobody off track, they're all going at the same speed. Looks like it doesn't add. Now we've got something, and it's because Piastri's out. Piastri and Alonso collided and there's no penalty for anybody there. But Piastri once again is absolutely depressing season continues in season 3, as he is out on lap 13 out of 14. As I think it means Charles Leclerc, who's had an absolute dominant race, he's gone so lucky this race. I reckon he got lucky with the safety car and his other teams messing with the strategies and stuff and Ferrari getting it right, and then he just worked from that luck to get where he is now. So I'm not saying he doesn't deserve it; he does deserve it easily. But this battle looks intense as Giovinazzi and Hamilton seem to be going side by side here. Hamilton is probably fighting for effectively a point finish here. I don't think he will get a point finish, not gonna lie. As we watch them continue on here, but this is for battle 4 seconds. We're gonna watch this one instead because it's higher up. But here goes Dunn, and Dunn, he loses so much speed in the straight there. And there's another retro safety car out, and that's because Hayes and Bottas are out, and so is I think another car. I thought I saw another car there. I thought I saw 3 cars out there. No, it was only the 2. But there they are. Yeah, Hayes and Bottas are out, and I think that Behrman's got a 5-second penalty again. I don't think he was involved in that. He was involved. I thought maybe he was the other car I saw. I don't know at this point. I'm not gonna lie. But that virtual safety car is once again frees the battle up here. As Dunn continues to struggle to get past Kimi Antonelli, as Vettel with his damage, Hamilton with his penalty, Norris on the inside of Hamilton there is cruises past. He outsmarts Hamilton. I think they potentially with the restart. Is he going to get past him, or is Hamilton going to be able to stay ahead? No, as Behrman looks. I think Hamilton and Behrman will both finish in the points here unless they take each other out as Leclerc starts the final lap. Dunn has finally got past Kimi Antonelli. Sorry, but I missed that. I've tried to watch that the whole entire time and I missed it there. Giovinazzi looking on the inside of Alonso, as Vettel has been overtaken by Lando Norris and Ollie Behrman, as he is losing more and more places here. He might finish ahead of Hamilton. I think he will. Will Hamilton finish in the points actually? Because he's now been caught up by. Yeah, no, he won't. I don't think, as Hamilton is now going around the outside of Sebastian Vettel, and Hamilton is ahead of Sebastian Vettel. That is crucial as Ocon is caught up to Kimi Antonelli. Is Ocon going to get past Kimi Antonelli? If Ocon can get past Kimi Antonelli and try and make a five, look at that. Yellow flag out with sector 3 though. The virtual safety car is out as Sebastian Vettel is out of his race. As his car's just vanished, so he's not there anymore. There he is. He is out of this race though, and that means now Charles Leclerc. He's had an easy race, hasn't he? To come home and try to come home and take the win here. Ocon might be a bit angry at that virtual safety car because he could try to get past him. He could try to get past Antonelli and try to gain 5 seconds. I don't think he would have gained 5 seconds, but he could have tried. You never know what happened. Hamilton has got a lot of punctures there. Hamilton's got all four tires are punctured for Hamilton. As Leclerc rounds the final corner, here he is, Charles Leclerc. Disappointing start to the season 3 campaign. Well, 4 races in, we see 4 different winners, and Charles Leclerc's the 4th one. As Hamilton with his punctures held quite a big pack up there, and I think it may have given a 5-second gap to Russell and Behrman, which is crucial for Behrman in his penalty. As will Ocon be able to get past Kimi Antonelli? No. Will Giovinazzi be able to get past these guys? Giovinazzi is going to get P4, which is incredible for him. As we look at Norris, Behrman and Alonso, they were also fighting over P5 and not Behrman for his 5-second penalty though, so I don't think that'll happen. Hamilton is crawling around now. He is out of his. He might as well just pull over, I think. As we look at Alonso and push off, Alonso's got a puncture. Alonso's also got a puncture. As Alex Dunn is going to come around the end there. Giovinazzi on the inside of Ocon. Giovinazzi's going to score a podium for Porsche. Porsche get their 2nd podium of the season. Dunn gets 2nd. Ocon's got a puncture as well. Ocon's got a puncture across the line. Giovinazzi gets the podium. Norris and Behrman side by side. Norris naturally beats up Behrman. No, that was so close there. As Antonelli loses out. Oh, does Antonelli just gets the points, literally. Alonso, who could have scored high points there, no, he will not. As Perez, he also got a puncture. Wow, punctures all round. As we saw how close it was there between Antonelli, Gasly, Pierce. And it doesn't look that close as about a 2nd gap, I think. We've got a good 2nd gap there. But it looks close to contact. As Hamilton will be the last one to cross the line. Here is Antonio Giovinazzi gets on the podium for Porsche's 2nd podium in their fantasy F1 career, and this Porsche's 2nd podium of the season. It's a great season for Porsche. They've not scored a point throughout season 1 and 2. They got a podium in round 1 and now a podium in round 4. Alex Dunn on the podium for Braun GP. Braun GP's disappointing season is now being kicked off to a proper start in round 4. And Charles Leclerc was the 4th winner in 4 races. This has been one incredible start to the season. As here is the finishing result. Leclerc, Dunn, Giovinazzi, Norris, Ocon, Russell, Behrman, Joshua, Gasly, Antonelli, Stroll, Alonso, Perez, Hamilton, and of course all the puncture drivers were Hamilton, Perez, Alonso. I think Stroll the puncture, I don't know. Antonelli did, and so I think that was it. Next, Vettel out, Bottas, Hayes, Piastri, Hadjar, Borletto, Sainz, Verstappen, Hulkenberg, and Albon all out. Here to driver standings. Lando Norris continues to lead the driver standings with 53 points. Borletto in 2nd with 35 points. Leclerc now also up there. He only had 10 points scored before this weekend. He's now got 35 points, equal Borletto. Hamilton's with 33 points. Giovinazzi up to 5th place at 29 points. Esteban Ocon 28 points. Hulkenberg 27 points. Russell, he is 26 points. Behrman 24. Kimi Antonelli 23 points. Dunn 20 points. Verstappen 19 points. Vettel 16 points. He scored 1 point after it won in last race, I think it was, and he scored 15 points in round 1. Bottas 14th with 10 points. Hadjar 15th with 10 points. 16th Stroll with 6 points. 17th Pierce with 5 points. Albon, Gasly both on 2 points. Piastri has got a point, but he's having a disappointing, shockingly bad start to the season. And then Perez, Sainz, Hayes and Alonso both on 0, all on 0 points. And the Constructors standings are Ferrari take over the Constructors Championship with 68 points, Valentine 62 points, only 6 points behind them. Then McLaren in third, 54 points, Haas in fourth for 52 points, Mercedes in fifth at 49 points, Porsche in sixth with 45 points. That's the 45 more points than they scored last season and the season before combined. Seventh with Red Bull, 29 points, Braun GP 22 points, Cadillac with 10 points, Aston with 6 points, Apex with 5 points, Williams only with 2. Guys, make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button and the notification bell so you do not miss out on next round and any future rounds and maybe any other videos. Until next time, goodbye. Because remember, it's the Australian Grand Prix next. Goodbye.